Hey, what's up, everyone? This here is Car Talk episode 6, the true episode 6. The last one I had a little fumble on, but this is episode 6. And in this one, I wanted to, think about or have us talk about, discuss, is your dog's behavior problem a dog problem or a human problem? And what's making me think of this is, we've had a spout of clients lately, phone calls, things like that, when they're worried about their dog's behavior. Maybe their dog did something unsavory. Take for example, we got one client who, thinks that her dog is aggressive, or worried that her dog is aggressive because it bit somebody. And then when we take a look at, why the dog bit somebody, we find out that it's a stranger who put their face into the dog's face and the dog bit them. Little nip, but still understandably, makes them worried, right? And this is what I'm talking about is is this a dog issue or a human issue? So for me, that's a human issue. Yes, there could be other things going on, or we could ask ourselves, why was the dog unattended? Why were they in that position in the first place to do that? And for the most part, the dog is fine, and this is that thing though of this is a human problem, right? Because the human decided that they were going to put their face into a dog's face that they don't know, right? Assuming that they can treat this dog like they treat their own dog, this, that, and it just puts the dog, my client's dog, into a precarious position. Even the happy-go-lucky ones, guys, can bite somebody. This dog has bitten twice, and on both occasions, it's the human error. Okay. Yes, okay, dog could use training. That's the thing. But, if the humans hadn't put their face in the dog's face, they would have gotten bit, right? And then maybe we wouldn't be doing lessons. You know what I mean? I think it's good that we're doing lessons so we can, get better control over the dog, put the humans in a different position so they can actually give the dog direction, and dog takes the direction, and all these other things, right? But we have to understand that not everything is going to be quote unquote fixed, right? We can't just do whatever we want to our dogs. We don't change and expect them to just allow us to do whatever it is that we want to do. You know what I mean? We can't expect a dog to not bite the kid if we allow the kid to pull on the dog's ears, pull on their tail, pull on their scruff. Eventually the dog is going to advocate for themselves. Okay? So this is, again, that goes back to, that's a human issue. We need to be better about advocating for our dogs. But when it comes to these other situations, it's we've got to advocate for our dog. We've got to make sure we're not putting him in positions that's going to make things, go south. We have to give rules. We have to tell people how to best interact with our dogs. And I think that's just part of dog ownership. Our dogs aren't robots. They're not teddy bears. They're not here just for our enjoyment. Yes, we bring them in because we enjoy having them, but we need to understand that we are dealing with dogs. They're animals. They can make choices. They've got sharp teeth. They use that stuff to communicate, and that's what they're doing. So it's up to us to learn about the dog, learn about their body language, learn how to set them up for success, and not feel bad that if hey, my dog doesn't do well with strangers, that I'm gonna put them away. Yes, you can work on these things, but sometimes you hit a ceiling. Sometimes you can only get so far, and it's not the fault of the dog, and it's not the fault of the owner. People can really bust their ass and do their best that they can, and they're still gonna have a dog that's you know what, I'm just not that fond of strangers, or maybe I can be, but I need to see this person many times, and I need to do things around them in order to help me feel comfortable around them. You know, we can't just expect our dogs to be happy-go-lucky and, you know, just not have a care in the world or anything like that. Like, I think if we take that stance, or if we have that mindset, we're just setting our dogs up to fail. And ultimately the dog is going to pay the price. So, you know, when thinking about your dog's behavior problems, you know, think about it. Is it a dog issue or is it a human issue? I definitely think all dogs deserve training. I think all dogs need training, you know. It just helps us be able to communicate to them and help them understand how to move and function in our world, right? Because we brought them into this urban landscape, okay? But it also takes the people in our dog's life, whoever's going to be interacting with them, being around them, those kinds of things, that we also communicate to them as to, like, this is how things go. These are the expectations, and this is what I need you to do. All right. So, yeah, guys, that's what I got for today. Let me know if you think about that. All right. Talk to you later. Go have fun with your dogs.